him from the yard.
This is Don the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you a Redline Restoration of a Sweet 16 Custom Corvette in olive. And I want to thank Chelsea Street Garage for selling this car on eBay. I was able to pick it up at a fairly decent price, and the shipping was super fast. Let's get it up on the turntable and see what we're looking at. So this is a US car, and you know, it has some corrosion on the sides and everything. I do have some olive paint, but I'm thinking I want to go with a different color on this one, guys. It has those original bearing wheels on it. We'll get those replaced with some deep dish, I'm sure. And you know, the grass. The glass looks pretty decent. It has like a champagne interior color and everything. Well, let's get this thing taken apart and see what we're working with. Alright, I got this thing drilled. Let's see if we can get it apart. Looks, I mean, there was a gap in the front to begin with. So maybe we'll go in that way. There, that one's, here we go. So here's the base with those original bent axle, US axles that we're not going to take out. We'll get that base cleaned up, polished, get those wheels cut off, put some replacement red lines on it. If I can get the interior out. There we go, there's the interior and the glass. And those actually look pretty decent, no cracks or scratches or anything, so we'll get those cleaned up. And the body, we'll get the post drilled and tapped, and then we'll get it in the stripper, and we'll come back for the next step. Alright, so we got everything cleaned up here. Cleaned up the glass very well. It's going to be really super nice. Got the interior cleaned up as well. And the steering wheel's gone. Interesting. Well, that's unfortunate. Sure, that's long gone down the drain. Maybe we can drill it out and put a Hong Kong steering wheel in it. I'll have to take a look at that. And of course, that just broke. Nice! That's alright. We'll get that fixed up. So here's the base. Soak that in the lime oil and water. We'll get that buffed and polished in the body. Got it stripped down, soaked in lime oil and water. We'll get that buffed and polished as well. Probably do that off camera. So I'm going to have to repair this interior, which is unfortunate. But, you know, hey, things happen. So, brittle old plastic, things break. We'll get it sorted out. I'm not too worried about it. It is a little bit unfortunate. I thought this would fold, but yeah, it is made. It just broke again. Oh wow! I need to stop playing with this before I completely shatter it. Okay, so we'll get this buffed and polished and everything, and I'll come back when I'm ready for the next step. Alright, I decided to go with root beer on this. So we'll get this painted and everything. Looks like I need to wipe it down with some alcohol a little bit, and then we'll get it painted. Alright, so let's get this root beer paint all mixed up and get this car painted. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and get this glass and floor shine. Getting off the excess. Let that sit over dry. It looks like, yeah. There we go. That'll be perfect. Okay. I went ahead and hand painted in the grills. I was going to tape them off. I don't know what's going on, and I think this fine line tape that you use to tape off for painting, it's not sticking as well as it should to the base when it's been all polished up, and so I may need to use a different type of tape that has a little more stickiness to it. That really fought me on that painted tail on that custom fleet side. I did get it, but I fought with it. I also did the red Sharpie for the taillights there. I don't know how well that's showing up. So, all that being said, the body's painted. Obviously, because I would have shown you that already. And need to see if we can straighten these axles out some before we put the tires on. I think sometimes on these US cars it's a little bit easier when you're not dealing with that wheel on there. Because you can really get a feel for, well, not get a feel for it. You can really manipulate that axle better without the wheel on there. Now, that being said, we are going to polish this with the Renaissance wax. And the elephant in the room, which is this broken interior. So I did find the steering wheel in the box, of all places. So that being said, there's Ultra Gel Control. There's the Gel Control. I think I want the Ultra Gel Control. We have 4 pieces here. Now, just looking at these smaller pieces, okay. So if I reattach this to here, and then reattach this to here, and then put the steering wheel on, that might be more difficult to get that steering wheel on there where I need it to be. That being said, I don't know that I want the steering wheel on there when I'm reattaching this piece. So I think we're going to put these two together, then the steering wheel, and then reattach this to the rest of the interior. Okay. I don't want to get my fingers. And I just broke the steering wheel shaft completely. Oh. And now it decides that it wants to fold over. I want to reattach these two pieces. And then I think we'll go ahead and put the steering wheel and the steering column back on the front and then reattach that to the rest of it. It's amazing what old brittle plastics will do. I don't know how many of these old interiors I've never given a thought to, and just flip this front part down, not even thinking about it. So looking at how that broke off of there where the steering column was, and then if I can show this on camera without ruining my life by dropping it on the floor, I think, here we go. This will work. Carefully hold it over my hand. So you see there's a little piece hanging down, and that's the part that goes underneath on here. So I'm not talking because I'm holding my breath. Every time I move it, every time I try to let go, it moves out of position. I don't want to push on it with my finger because it'll go where I don't want it to. Okay. It's a little bent. I got this song stuck in my head. I just recently watched that old movie with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and John Candy. And that song at the end of the movie when Steve Martin's character sees his wife, and that song they played was "Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you." I got that song stuck in my head. So as I'm manipulating this steering column, it's like, every time I try to go away, you move where I don't want you to. Something like that. Yeah. All right. It's still going crooked. Oh, wow. Is this stuff not setting up? Or did I just get too much on there? It's like I almost want to stick these little tweezers right down in there, but then I'll get super glue on them, and then this thing would just like stick to the tweezers instead of being where you want it to be. Okay. Just one. It's like it doesn't want to go straight. Every time it's like angled over towards the passenger side. If that's where it wants to be, I'm just going to let it. Okay, because these cars aren't perfect. Okay. I think it is time to. I know I said I wasn't going to use this, but I think I need to on this part just because. Woo! I don't need that much of a drop. That was a lot. Alright, we'll just let that sit for a minute. And don't you know that's the way it goes? You turn the camera off, let it sit for a minute, pick it up, look at it, and it seems to be stable now. And this will be more of this epic frustration. And for you guys that are sticking with this and watching every minute of this video, thank you. Thank you for sticking around and hanging out and watching me struggle with this. These are the types of things that I will usually do a time lapse on, but sometimes I think it helps to show what the real struggle is. I wish I could push on that, but it would break the steering column off, I believe. What are we doing? Okay. Gently now. Gently now. Don't get overexcited. Alright. Don't touch it. Let it sit. Do its thing. I'll be back. Alright. So, because I do not trust this to actually want to stay together for a very long time, I'm going to put a dab of super glue there and yeah, see that steering wheel still wants to move. So I'm going to get in here with this Q-tip and just feed that glue around so it's covering all the edge, all the points where the steering wheel is touching the steering column, and then underneath where the steering column is attached to the dash, and then we'll just hit it with that Insta-Set, and that will give that a little more stability and give it its best shot at survival. So, that being said, don't do that, Don. Oh, you're gonna break it. Quit that. Where it needs to be, and yeah, get it back on there. Set it down and don't touch. Okay. Some things are better done off camera. Because that steering wheel came off and did not want to stick on again. Added another dab of super glue, put the steering wheel where it needed to be, went ahead and ran the super glue across the bottom of the big piece, and put a dab on top where the dashboard goes down into, and it is now, in fact, one piece again. And we are going to say thank you for staying together. The struggle is real, guys. All right, let's we got a Renaissance wax out and did a bit on the finger. Run it all over. Underneath. Get it up on there, everything. Alright, now take paper towel, rub it, and by no means we're finding out was this a perfect car, and it still won't be, and that's okay, because you know, when I kind of do these, I mean, I'm not going for the perfect polish. I mean, I'd like to make them shiny and everything, but you know, when you have a pitted base, it shows that this car has lived a life, right? And we're not trying to hide that. We got 2 medium bearing wheels for the back. Got 2 smalls for the front. I looked up pictures of the Custom Corvette, and some of them showed mediums front and rear, and some of them show mediums in the rear and smalls in the front. And when I went and checked a search for what size wheels, takes you to the Redline shop where they have the size chart that tells you what wheels were on the cars in those early years. And Custom Corvette all had mediums in the rear and smalls in the front. So, and I think it looks better with that. So we'll get that on there. Alright, I will get this thing assembled off camera and we will come back for the reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you my Redline Sweet 16 restoration of the Custom Corvette in root beer. This car came out great, guys. In the struggle. Oh, wow, the struggle. Fighting back the urge to panic and just, if there was one that was going to make me swear it was going to be this interior, and I wasn't going to let it, and I didn't. But, you know, I wanted to show you guys, hey, you know, when you're doing these cars, you can get the stuff. You can do this. Okay? But sometimes you have to have patience. And sometimes, if your patience isn't enough, you have to know when to stop and walk away and come back. And wow. Let's get this thing up on the turntable and take a look at it. So this is a US car, and you know, it has some corrosion on the sides and everything. I do have some olive paint, but I'm thinking I want to go with a different color on this one, guys. Has those original bearing wheels on it. We'll get those replaced with some deep dish, I'm sure. And you know, the grass the glass looks pretty decent. It has like a champagne interior color and everything. Alright, so here it is. Look at that beautiful root beer Spectra Flame Pink from the Redline shop, guys. And we blacked in the grill and put those beautiful deep dish Redline wheels from Bright Vision on there. And the red Sharpie on the taillights. The interior gave us struggles. I don't think I showed it on camera. I did have to straighten that base out to fix that gap at the front. If we go, you know, It was really bad, and look how beautiful it is now, and it lines up perfectly. There is a little bit of a bubbling on that back quarter panel, and that's in the metal. And we're going to let it go. Okay. 52 years old, 53 years old. Whatever this is, it's copyright 1968, but first year release of Hot Wheels. Wow, man, this is what it's all about. This is as real as it gets in the restorations. I mean, the Sweet 16, man. I'm telling you, I love these cars, and I don't know what, that champagne interior just goes so well with this color. And I will do some in the olive, but man, this car was just screaming to be let out of that color and put into this. Oh, it looks good. The only thing that really draws back from it, if you look down through the windshield, is you can see that dab of super glue on the steering wheel. And that's it. I mean, this is about as good as it gets without doing zinc plating and polishing and all that jazz. Let's check out this hood. It used to rub, and I don't think I showed it on camera again. I had to hold it open and go in from underneath and file the edge of the hood a little bit to get a burr off of it. That's not the only US Sweet 16 Custom Corvette that I've seen that happen on. But man, I bought this car from Chelsea Street Garage on eBay, and he also has an Instagram, so go over there and follow him and check him out. He shows a lot of his cars and pictures on Instagram. I'm on Instagram too, and I show my cars in reels. A reel, if you're not familiar with it, is a 30. Well, it can be as short as you want, but usually 30 or 60 seconds is about what I make them, and try to pick some music that fits the car. And it's like that's not like the free music that I use in my videos, which I think is kind of cheesy, but you know, my opinion is my videos need music. I think it just helps, you know. But yeah, go over there and check me out, guys, and go check out Chelsea Street Garage. You know, he sold this. It was a great price on eBay, and it just turned out really good. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks you guys for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below. Click that like button and ring the bell for notifications. If you do want to support the channel, I do have a Patreon. And I'll leave it at that. Don't forget, coming up couple days, this video is coming out live premiere on Friday. So Sunday morning or Saturday night, one or the other, we'll have the Diecast International Builders Holiday build. So I've got a couple of cars coming for that, and got some stuff coming up with that. We got some other things going on. I'm building a bunch of cars for people to send out, and you know, and getting some other stuff done. January, guys, 4-door muscle cars, Diecast International Builders, January 5th. If you make video and tell us about it. And if you don't make videos, send us pictures of what you did. And then February, what is February? Rat Rods, the Rat Rod build, February 5th. So check that out. Man, you know, all the guys that inspired me, like, throw names out there. I mean, Diecast Graveyard, dude. Brother, man, you know, you inspired me so much. And Xavier and Keith at Outlaw Speed Shop. you know, all you guys, and Jim Silva and Paul Udelis at Fat Guy Productions, and Lee at Time Rider, and all the guys that came before, and all the guys that are coming in. And I made a community post for Southpaw Diecast. This guy is doing some amazing work, and he suffered a stroke, and he can't use his right hand, and he's doing Redline restorations and doing some things, and these cars look amazing when he's done with them. So you should go over there and subscribe to his channel, watch his videos, and tell him I sent you. Checked the other day, only had 52 subscribers. The guy deserves a lot more, so go over there and check him out and see what's going on. Special shout out to Andrew at Maple Leaf Customs. One of the first people that subscribed to me and started commenting on my videos when I started doing this, even before I finished a car. I like put up 2 partial videos of a build. I was couple years ago. Man, it's been almost a year since I started doing this, and had some rough patches over, throughout the year, and I feel like my subscriber count should be more, but hey, then when I wasn't producing videos, of course, not getting subscribers. So I don't really view subscribers as, it's not the reward. It's just a number, and the journey is the goal. There's no set number I want to get to. But the more people are subscribed, that means the more people are watching, the more people are watching, the more people are subscribed. And, I just want to share this with you guys. I think if I was doing this just for me, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be restoring these cars, because who's going to see them, right? I have to share what I'm doing with people that enjoy it, and I know you guys enjoy it. So, one thing I guarantee you will never find on this channel is anything about politics or grief or aggravation or anything like that. We're just here to have fun and play with these little cars. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Don the Diecast Pirate, and I'll see you next time. And of course, that just broke. Nice! It is made. It just broke again. Oh, wow. I need to stop playing with this before I completely shatter it. I don't want to get my fingers. And I just broke the steering wheel shaft completely. Oh. And now it decides that it wants to fold over. And then, if I can show this on camera without ruining my life by dropping it on the floor, I think, here we go. Every time it's like angled over towards the passenger side. If that's where it wants to be, I'm just going to let it. And this will be more of this epic frustration. Alright. Don't touch it. Let it sit. Do its thing. I'll be back. That being said, don't do that, Don. Oh, you're going to break it? Quit that. Some things are better done off camera. because that steering wheel came off and did not want to stick on again. Added another dab of super glue, put the steering wheel where it needed to be, went ahead and ran the super glue across the bottom of the big piece, and put a dab on top where the dashboard goes down into, and it is now, in fact, one piece again. And we are going to say thank you for staying together. The struggle is real, guys. If there was one that was going to make me swear it was going to be this interior, and I wasn't going to let it, and I didn't.